I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
It's January 26, 2024, and this is your weekly update.
Good morning, Quincy High School. I'm your anchor, Raymond Smith. Today is a day 3, and this is your weekly update. Now let's get into the news. Quarter 3 or semester 2 begins Monday, January 29th. All students should log into their Aspen before then to look at their schedules, making sure to change it to quarter 3. The Student Support Office recommends that you take a screenshot of your schedule. Any questions, please email your guidance counselor directly prior to Monday. Please note there will be no schedule changes for gym and studies, and schedules will not be printed. For any girls interested in playing girls lacrosse, please come by a meeting on Monday, January 29th in room B214 after school. If you are unable to make this meeting but are still interested in playing girls lacrosse, please see Miss Bailey in room B214 in the next few days. The new varsity head coach, Grace Conady, will be joining us Monday. Attention students, if you are late to school, you are probably not seeing this, but starting on Monday, if you arrive late, you will need your student ID in order to sign in with the deans in the morning. Students are expected to carry their ID at all times and will be required to sign in on school starting Monday. Please make sure you have your student ID or a picture of your ID at all times. Tell your friends. Represent and celebrate the cultures of QHS at our annual cultural fair. Students can sign up for a table at the fair and showcase food, cultural dress, music, and more. To sign up, look for your country's advisor outside of D304 or using the QR codes hanging throughout the building. If your country is not represented, start a table with an available advisor or speak to Ms. Boyan in D304. And now for a look at next week's forecast. Here's Catherine Ramos with the weather.
Thanks, Raymond, and good morning, QHS. I'm your weather woman, Catherine Ramos, and this week is looking a little chilly and rainy. For today's weather on the 26th, it's looking pretty cloudy with a chance of rain, about 75% chance, with a high of 42 and a low of 38. And then this weekend is pretty constant with the cloud in the weather. Both days are looking at a low of 40 degrees. And then on Sunday, it's looking like again with some rain with only a 65% chance, but we're probably looking at a good amount of rain. And then Monday, it's gonna get definitely a drop. It's gonna go down to 35 and then a low of 21. So make sure you can stay warm on that morning commute to school. But then also on Monday, we're looking at an 80% chance of snow. So, maybe, keep your fingers crossed for a snow day. Probably not, but we can hope. On Tuesday, it's looking like it's cloudy again with a high of 28 and a low of 17. So make sure just to stay warm again. And then on Wednesday, it's looking a little bit warmer maybe with the sun, hopefully, a high of 37 and a low of 20. And then on Thursday, it's looking like a repeat of maybe Saturday with clouds and just a high of 43 and a low of 26. So make sure that you guys stay warm next week, and drivers, please watch out for black ice on the roads. And I'm your weather woman, Catherine Ramos, and I'll see you next time. Back to you, Raymond.
Thanks, Catherine. And that's about all the time we have for today. Until next time, I am your anchor, Raymond Smith. Remind you to think for yourself, work together, share with the world, and be aware of yourself and others. This has been your weekly update. Roll Hats!